So you're nearing the end of your real estate studies and you're not sure what the next steps are or what you should consider once you become a licensed agent. Well, this will be the video for you. My name is Matt Phillips. I am a second-year real estate agent based out of here in Toronto, Canada, who did a little over 100,000 in my first year of real estate GCI, and I would love to help prepare you to do the same. In today's video, we're going to go through everything you need to know both before you get your license and after you become licensed. Specifically, how to choose your brokerage, whether you should join a team or go solo, how to start generating leads, who you need to help you run your business, and one of the most important things, how to keep momentum. So first thing is first, how to choose your brokerage. A lot of you out there are probably thinking about interviewing brokerages right now. And what I recommend is to start interviewing maybe about a month before you actually become licensed. This gives you time to interview with maybe 3 to 5 brokerages, chat with agents at those brokerages, and weigh the offerings that each of them provide. Because each one's going to vary in terms of desk fees, splits, networking, mentoring, training. I'm going to put together pretty quickly what the common offerings are and then which brokerages are going to stand out from those offerings. One of the first things that caught me off guard when I ever started interviewing brokerages is the fact that you're more so interviewing them rather than they're interviewing you. It's not for every single brokerage, but most of the time they're pitching to you why you should join their brokerage. That's because brokerages don't make money without agents because you pay desk fees, splits, etc. So ideally they would like you to join their brokerage because by having additional agents, they're making more money. But that's where you need to be careful because every brokerage is going to sound amazing when they're pitching to you how great they actually are. But you need to decide what you value most. Do you value training? Do you value leads? Do you value network? Because ultimately you won't be able to succeed if the things that you care about most aren't provided. I can make an entire video about interviewing brokerages, so we'll keep it brief for now, but that'll be in a following video. Second is joining a team or going solo. Again, I can and will make an entire video for this, but let's go over some brief points. Most of the time for new agents, I would suggest joining a team or at least creating informal partnerships between other brokers. The pros with a team are that you generally get hands-on training. A lot of collaboration happens within a team because you're working very closely with your team members. You also often get leads from the team. However, you're giving up a larger split of your commission. Those could look like 50-50s or 60-40 splits. Whereas with solo, you get a better split, maybe between 80-20 and 95-5, depending on the brokerage. But you're all on your own. You don't normally get leads. You're really by yourself, so you have to make it up to you to collaborate with other agents. And business may start a little bit slower. Personally, I started and still am solo. I made an effort to make informal partnerships between various agents because I wanted to build that network. And for me, it worked out really well. In my first year, a huge portion of my business was just through the network that I built and small partnerships on deals here and there. But on my own deals, I still got to keep my full split. It's really whatever you prefer. I always do recommend collaborating in some sort of way, whether it's through a team or a partnership. You can also interview those teams and partners before you get licensed to help decide what you want to do once you become licensed. So you'll know right out of the gate if you're going to be joining a team or just having a partnership. So now you're licensed and an agent, you need to generate leads because with no leads, there's no income. And I'm sure you've heard it before, every single agent or guru on the internet is going to tell you the perfect way to generate leads. There's really no one shoe fits all technique. It all depends on what works best for you, which is why I recommend that when you first start, you try every single sort of prospecting possible to see what sticks and what works best for you. I'm talking cold calling, door knocking, running ads, doing social media. For me personally, social media has worked the best. TikTok and Instagram have been the best lead generation strategies for me so far. I've probably done about 70,000 in GCI this year from just social media, but what works best for me may not work for you. So you need to find what works best. So now who you need to help run your business. You are a business owner, an independent contractor who runs your own company. That company being your brand or your name. Even though you may or may not be on a team, you still need to have team members. And I'm not talking about other agents. I'm talking lawyers, accountants, mortgage brokers, inspectors, etc. May not be necessary right out of the gate because you can rely on your network. The reason why you need these team members is because you need a lawyer to help you with the legalities of running a business. Even though you might not be incorporated, it's good to have somebody to ask. You're definitely going to need an accountant because no matter how much business you do, there's still going to be taxes to file at the end of the year. You're going to have a ton of expenses and you're going to have a ton of income rooting for you. So you're going to need somebody to consolidate all that and make sure you have somebody that protects you from the CRA or the IRS in the States. They're going to also help you structure your income and expenses in the most efficient way. Now, finally, how to keep your momentum. So you've started doing business, you've made some money, but how do you keep the ball rolling? Because it may not seem like it at first, but you're going to get busy and very quickly. And during those times where you are busy, it can be so easy to forget that you have to be constantly filling that pipeline. Because if you have a really good month where you do $30, $40, $50,000 in commission, but the next month you don't do anything because you forgot to keep the pipeline full, it's gonna hurt. It is absolutely integral that you are constantly prospecting. Even during the busy times, there are gonna be hours in the day where you have to dedicate towards filling the pipeline because you don't wanna be worried or scrambling for when the next paycheck arrives. Because as you know, and you've probably heard, the pay in real estate is very inconsistent. It could be 30, 60, 90 days apart. Even now, I have a deal that's closing 6 months from now. If you do it, it's okay. Everybody is guilty of it at some point. I know I am for sure. And I can tell you in real estate, the highs are very high and the lows are very low. And that is everything you need to know before completing your licensing courses. Being a real estate agent takes a ton of hard work, dedication, but most of all, takes patience. But I know that you all will be successful. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps me out a ton and it'll help out more new agents who are also going to be seeing this video because you help the algorithm push it out to them. It would mean a ton if you can subscribe as well. It'll just keep me motivated to keep putting out content. I really do want to help all new agents out there. I'm going to be talking about everything personal finance and real estate related. Let's get this channel going.